Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture in which we are going to understand that what are the different corrections that are given to a hydrometer reading. See, hydrometer is nothing but that is a instrument that is used to calculate the specific gravity of any layer of liquid, and if the reading of the hydrometer is wrong, then obviously that should be corrected, otherwise we will get a wrong specific gravity and hence we will indicate a wrong concentration of the solids in that particular layer of the liquid. So for that, here there are total 3 corrections that we are going to understand in this particular lecture. So the first correction is nothing but that is the meniscus correction. So what is meniscus? See, this meniscus is actually being taught in the fluid mechanics, and that is nothing but that is the curved free surface of the liquid. For example, let us suppose that this is your hydrometer and this is the surrounding liquid. You can see that the surrounding surface of the liquid will be slightly curved like this. That means instead of this original reading, you will actually read this layer. So this is the reading and this is actual reading. Whereas if I ask you that what should be the correct reading, what should be the correct reading? Correct reading should be taken here only. So from here what I can say that because of the presence of the meniscus, I have actually observed a bit higher reading that is present at a bit higher than the correct marking which should be read here. So I can here see that due to meniscus, what I observed, observation is done a bit above the actual liquid level. And as you know that as we move upward, here is 0 and here is -5, below that is +10, after that +15, and yes, as actually we have observed +15 instead of +20, what we have observed? We have observed that the specific gravity is less. Yes or no? As we have observed +15 on the hydrometer instead of +20, we have actually observed a bit lesser specific gravity. Hence, for the correction, this 15 should be increased to the correct reading of +20. So, what I can say that as readings on hydrometer are increasing downward, what we observed reading will be less than the correct one, and hence what I can say that the correction should be negative or positive. Obviously, as the observed reading is +15, to get the correct value, that is +20, you have to add the correction. So here you can see that the correction should be positive. Yes or no? So for example, in this particular example, what I can say that the corrected reading should be equals to be +20. Yes or no? And what is the observed reading? In this particular example? Observed reading is your +15. So that is why I have said that in the observed reading you have to add the correction due to meniscus, and this correction is nothing but this is 5 for this particular example. So now let us understand the next type of correction that we give here is nothing but that is the second correction is because of temperature. That is because of the temperature. See, actually the specific gravity or the test should be conducted at a temperature of 27 degree. But as you know that the real temperature of the surrounding or of the liquid may vary, and you also know that as the temperature increases, what happens, that the volume of any particular liquid will also increase, and if the volume is increasing, what I can say, that the concentration will keep on decreasing, or we can also see that the specific gravity will decrease. And if I ask you that what is the standard temperature at which the test should be conducted, that a standard temperature is 27 degrees centigrade. So if temperature is more than 27 degrees centigrade, obviously observed specific gravity will be less. Yes or no? Why? Because temperature is more, the things will get expand, and as the specific gravity is less, hence the correction should be, see, we have actually observed some lesser value, so hence the correction should be to increase it, so hence the correction should be positive. But similarly, if temperature is lesser than 27 degrees centigrade, what I can say, that the material or matter will be contracted, and hence the observed specific gravity will be more, because the matter is contracted, and hence for the correction, what should I do, that increased value should be decreased, and hence the correction will be negative. So that is our second correction for the temperature. Now let us move ahead to the third correction. So the third correction that we provide is actually because of the presence of dispersing agent. What is a dispersing agent? That is actually an additive that we add to help us the small fine-grained solids go in the individual form or stay in the dispersed form. So for that, what we add, we actually add the dispersing agent. But because of the dispersing agent, as you already know that we are actually calculating the concentration only due to the soil solids, but practically in the test, instead of the soil solids, even dispersing agent is also present in the water or the solution. So addition of a dispersing agent actually increases the concentration of solids. Yes or no? And that is actually not the solids that we should observe, but that is also observed here. Hence, so what should we do? The correction should be to reduce the observed specific gravity. So correction should be reducing the observed specific gravity. Yes or no? And if I am reducing the observed value, that means the correction should be negative. So I hope now you understand that what are the different three type of corrections, and if I want to calculate that what is the total correction to be given, so hence here I can say that the total correction should be equals to be, see, the meniscus correction is additive, you have to increase, whereas if I ask you about the temperature correction, then that can be either positive or even negative depending upon that what is the temperature. But if I ask you the correction due to dispersing agent, then it should be mandatorily negative correction. So that is the total correction that is given on the hydrometer reading, and I hope now you understand that why and how much correction should be given for the hydrometer reading. So I will meet you again in our next lecture to wrap up the particle size distribution of the soil in our next lecture. Till then, keep learning, keep growing.